When we turn on the news, we see all kinds of disasters and catastrophes and, a lot of suffering going on. How are we going to move into the future? What are our great-great-grandkids going to thank us for? What can we do now that the future generations are going to be just, thank God these guys did what they did when they did it. When people start feeling, really overwhelmed when they don't know what to do, they get up in the morning and it's like, oh my God, everything's so huge. This is a place where people can really start to learn on a practical day-to-day level what they can do to start making the world a better place outside their front door.
My sense is that people who, much like me, were feeling a little bit lost about the state of things, found, oh, here's a way that I can turn around right now, immediately, and be making major positive differences in my footprint on the earth.
We have an amazing permaculture farm with herbs and berries and fruit and flowers, and we have a solar shower where you can actually circulate water with the sun and not using any electricity. We have chickens and goats. We make our own cheese. We have roof water harvesting, harvesting rainwater off the roof, so we have tanks where people can see how that's all set up.
To me, permaculture is a way of designing your life. So it's how you interact with the natural world around you, how you interact with people, how your food and your water and your heating and your resources all interact in these symbiotic relationships that are good for the earth and good for you.
I think one of the assumptions is that people believe that if they're living this kind of life, that they have to give something up, and that it's going to cost a lot of money and it's going to be a lot more complicated. And that is so far from the truth. If you live in the suburbs, you might get to give up your lawn. You might have to give up mowing every week. But in exchange, you're getting blueberries and raspberries and figs and plums and strawberries and fresh herbs outside of your door.
Food, we've got a lot of food. I like to eat. It's really yummy to be part of this movement.
We have a lot of fun in these courses. There's a lot of music, there's a lot of spontaneity, creativity that comes out, and a lot of laughter.
No, I mean, it's like being a kid again, going out, getting dirty. Look, my fingernails are all dirty. I used to get punished for that, It's like
I'm definitely a kinesthetic learner, so for me, hearing things isn't sufficient. I feel like this course did balance that really well, because we would maybe spend the morning in a lecture, and then in the afternoon we'd go out and apply the things we've been learning.
I'm reminded of someone I know from another culture who learned to play baseball in school on the blackboard. That's how they taught them. Doesn't work. You've got to go out and throw the ball and catch the ball and learn how to do it,
We want these people to be able to go out and be able to learn how to be effective in their communities. People really get a chance to experience what it's like to do this kind of work. So they really know by the end, that this is something that they really enjoy doing.
I thought I was too scared to do things like that too. I don't feel like I have a lot of natural skill towards building or construction or growing my own food, all of those things that come along with permaculture. And what I found through this course is probably that it is easier because I'm recognizing it's not done alone.
What's directly applicable to their own lives would be the design process itself, and I think that's what permaculture is really about, is a process by which we create sustainable environments, good for the environment, good for people. And going through that process with a group of other people is a skill that is transferable. You can go home and get together with your family or community members and go through that same process wherever you're at.
All of the teachers here have been some of the most intelligent people I have ever met in my entire life. I think I went home on our day off and I just kept saying to my family, these are the smartest people I've ever met in my life. They do a really good job of bringing in what they're teaching us, the raw material, with their experience, because they each have so much experience, and it's those stories and the experiences that they have implementing these principles they're teaching us that really helps you remember them and helps you visualize them and helps you understand that all the things that they're putting up on the board are possible.
This is really my first design course ever, so I'm like 1,000% further along than I was before. I thought, I can't do that, so I never went there. And I feel like I've really gained a lot.
I think right now I have a clear understanding of how to move forward. Now I have a comprehensive idea of what I can do and what I can implement.
I think that through taking a PDC course here, what I've learned about having hope for our future is that I can be badgered with news about how many challenges and struggles and strife there is in the world, and know that there are endless solutions.
If someone is really deeply concerned about the state of the world and wanting to become part of the solution, this course will absolutely change their life.
Hey!